And welcome back. Now today we're going to be looking at fractions, how to recognize and represent fractions. Remember, fractions are used to name parts of a whole. You can divide rectangles, squares, circles, and number lines into equal parts to show fractions. For example, here's one way to divide a rectangle into equal parts. Draw yourself a rectangle and draw a line down the middle and straight across to the middle, and there's your 4 equal parts. Now, you can use a fraction to name those parts. For example, we shade in one area of the equal part. Now, remember now, how many equal parts do we have? We have 4. That will be your bottom number. And how many equal parts is shaded? Just 1. So that will be your top number. So 1/4 of the rectangle is shaded. Now, let's look at this one right here. This figure right here in 4 equal parts. So my bottom number is going to be a 4. Okay. Now, how many shaded parts are there? 1, 2, 3. There is 3. So my top number would be 3. So 3/4 or 75% of the rectangle is shaded. Okay. We'll get into the fractions and into percentages and decimals later. Okay. Now, number lines can also be divided into equal parts to show fractions. The space between 0 and 1 of this particular line is divided into 6 equal parts. We start with 0, okay, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is 6 equal dashes or spaces. So my bottom number is going to be 6. Okay, and now here would be 1, so it'll be 1, 6, 2, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, and of course 6 over 6. Anytime a number divided by itself will always give you a 1. Will always give you a 1. And 6 over 6, okay? Now, we can also use another shape, a circle. We can do a fraction of a circle. We draw the circle into 3 equal parts. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So my bottom number is going to be a 3 because there's 3 parts, and we only got 1 shaded. So my top number is going to be a 1. So that means 1/3 or 33% of the circle is shaded. Now, number line, same principle. Go from 0 to 1. So I have 1, 2. 2 spaces. So my bottom number is going to be a 2. And this right here, only a half a space. Only a half a space is between 0 and 1. So it'll be 1/2. Because what is half of 1? Half. See? 1.5 gives you 0.5. And of course, 0.5 plus 0.5 gives you 1. Okay? Good. Now, same thing here. Same circle. Now we got into 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 equal parts. So my bottom number is going to be 6. Your bottom number of a fraction, when dealing with the shape, is going to be the number of equal parts of that shape. And the top number is going to be how many areas is shaded. Shaded, 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 shaded. And that's 5. So my top number is going to be 5. Okay, now what about a number line? Okay, number line, as you can see here, from 0 to 1, there are 8 lines, or 8 spaces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, from here to here, we count 1, 2, 3. Up 3 over 8. Now, let's say we go from here. Let's say if the dot was right here. What is a fraction of that dot? Very simple if you have to count. Well, we know the bottom number is going to be 8 because there's 8 equal spaces. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 8. Or what? 3 over 4. Remember, if a fraction can be reduced, you have to reduce it. Okay? Now, let's look here. Which rectangle has 3/4 shape? Well, we know my bottom number is going to be a 4 because there's 4 equal parts. Now, but which one? So we got to look at my top number. Remember, the top number tells you how many equal parts are shaded. Okay? So which one has 3 out of 4 equal parts shaded? Well, this is 1. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. 3. So your answer is C. Now, divide the rectangle into 2 equal parts. Very simple. Draw the line down the middle. And you got to make sure that the parts are equal. Okay? Or we can do it this way. As long as the 2 parts equal, and a lot of times with the square, if you do a line all the way straight across, or up and down, then you're able to fold it, and that's called symmetry. But like I say, symmetry is later on. Okay? Now let's look at number 3. A pizza was cut into 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, shade the circle to show how much of the pizza he ate. Darren ate 3/6 of the pizza. Now, that means that we have to color in how many equal parts? How many do we have to color? 6. 3. I'm sorry, 3. 1, 2, 3. So he ate half of a pizza because 3 over 6 reduced to what? 1/2, or 50% of the pizza he ate. Okay? Now, let's look at number 4. Show one line on the number, 1 over 6 on the number. Okay? First of all, how many equal spaces do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we need to look at the top number. So, 1. There it is. And there we go. And now let's look at the bottom number. Number 5. Show 5, 8 on the number line. Simple. We count. It should be 8 equal spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we need to look for this number right here. So we count from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And there's your answer. Okay? Now let's go on. Okay? Now let's look at number 6. Which rectangle has 6, 8 shaded? Well, we know that B and C can't be the answer because B only has 1, but we're looking for 6. C has all 8. That's not an 8, so it has to be either A or D. Now, you're probably thinking, well, A has 6 shaded areas. Correct, it does, but are all the boxes equal in size? Nope. So the only answer has to be what? Is D. You notice how all the squares are all equal? There you go. Okay, now let's look at number 9. Okay, which model represents 2/8 selected 2/8. Select the 3 that apply. Okay, so we need to look at which 3 gives me 2/8. Okay, let's look at A. A has how many equals boxes? 8. How many are shaded? 2. Ah, look, 2/8. There we go. There's 1. Now let's look at this pie here, shall we? How many slices do we have? 1. We have 8 slices, right? Ah, there's my 8. How many slices are shaded? 2. Oh, there's my 2. So B is an answer. What about C? No, because C only has 4 slices and 2 is shaded, so it can't be C. What about E? E can't be. Yeah, you're right. There are 8 equal boxes, but 4 is shaded, and that's not a 4. And what about D? How many equal spaces do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's my 8. And where's this goes to right here? 1, 2. Oh, there's my 2. So D is, so A, B, and D are your answers, okay? Okay, now Nancy walked 2/3 of a mile to the store. Which number line shows how far she walked? Okay, now we look at my bottom number, which is 3, right? So that means I have to have 3 equal spaces, okay? 1, 2, 3, okay. A could be it. 1, 2, 3. B could be it. 1, 2, 3. C could be it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, well we know it can't be D. Now, we look at, she walked 2/3 of the mile, okay? So, this is, okay. 1. Is that a 1? Nope, so it can't be A. Okay. 1, 2. Ah, 2, 2. So B is your answer. Okay. Now let's go on to number 8. This number line is divided into 4 equal parts. Okay, 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my 4 equal parts. Which fraction describes the highlighted part of this line? So my line is from here to here. So what fraction represents that? Well, let's count, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Ah, 3. 3/4. And then finally, the shaded part of the model shows the garden of a garden that has vegetables. Which fraction describes the part of the garden with the vegetables in your response in the grid? Now, what's my fraction? How many spaces do we have? 6, right? Okay, 6. Oh, 6. Okay. How many is shaded? 4. So my answer is 4/6. In the real world, when you are measuring the length of something with a ruler, use the tip marks on the ruler to name fractions of an inch. Most of your rulers have these little tiny tip marks. So here's a ruler. Let's say this is 1, and this is 0, and you have these little tip marks. 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and so on. Okay?